Good afternoon and welcome to the NaturesPlus Essentials Educational Series. I'm Anthony Napolitano, and as usual, I want to thank you for joining us today. We have a great workshop. Today, we are going to pull back the curtains and provide an in-depth look at NaturesPlus. We'll explore our mission, our 50-year history, our groundbreaking product innovations, and we'll discuss our state-of-the-art manufacturing process. So it should be a really terrific workshop. And to guide us through this workshop today is the one, the only, our National Training Manager, David Logan. For those of you who aren't familiar with David, he is phenomenal. He's been in the industry for over 20 years, spent the first half of his career at the store level, where he amassed an incredible amount of product knowledge, industry insight. And for the past 12 or so years, Dave's been with NaturesPlus as a sales representative, as a trainer, as a manager, and most recently, a key contributor to the development of new products. So you are in excellent hands with David today as he takes us behind the curtains at NaturesPlus.
All right, thank you, Anthony, and thank you all for joining us. We hope you all learned some interesting new facts about NaturesPlus, and that it'll give you the confidence to know that you are recommending the best products to your customers, to your friends, and to your family. Because as we are about to see, NaturesPlus isn't your average company. We take great pride in what we have done and what we continue to do, and you all have been an integral part of that. So we are very excited to share this with you. So let's jump right in. So the NaturesPlus catalog of products share one common element: uncompromised quality that delivers the results people are seeking and expecting. From A to zinc, from infant to seasoned adult, from chewable to capsule, from tablet to liquid, NaturesPlus has so many incredible formulas to support your overall well-being. Like Spiritine, the best tasting meal replacement that provides clean protein, vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients. Spiritine is a smooth, creamy, plant-based meal replacement in 13 delicious flavors, plus an unsweetened option. Spiritine is a tripart plant protein. It's based on the Asian diet. And we have added protein digesting enzymes for optimal absorption. Spiritine is also a meal replacer. It is providing 100% daily value of vitamins and a broad supply of minerals. And we also have it in Spiritine Whey, the same great formula using clean, highly bioavailable whey protein. But a lot of people might not realize that Spiritine was the first great tasting meal replacement on the market. People no longer had to force down gritty, incomplete options. They now had one that made them feel great and that they loved to drink. And it's still the best tasting one around. In fact, Spiritine just won the 2023 Vitae Awards for Best Functional Shake. So still, like I said, one of the best. Or Source of Life Gold. Everybody knows Source of Life Gold. This is the ultimate whole food-based multi. It's the multi that you actually feel, with nutrients from more than 120 whole foods. It covers the entire color spectrum for broad antioxidant support and energy support. Source Life Gold is a high potency multi. It's based on that optimal daily allowance, not just the RDA. And that's why you get such an incredible energy from it. No caffeine, no stimulants, just the right nutrients in the right amounts. And with Source of Life Gold, we have delivery forms for everyone: just tablets, mini tabs, capsules, chewables, gummies, liquid shakes, drink mixes. But people might not realize that Source of Life was actually the first whole food multi on the market. NaturesPlus was the first to say that, hey, whole foods have lots of cofactors that are working alongside the vitamins and minerals, and they're just as important to include in a multi. And Source of Life was born, and along with it, the entire whole food multi category. And many have come after, but Source of Life still remains the best. Or people know Animal Parade. It gives kids the fun flavors and shapes that they love while supplying the nutrients that they need. Supplying vitamins, minerals, and micronutrients in the amounts that kids require. It's in a base of broccoli, spinach, carrot, mango, and much more. It helps support bone health and healthy immune system, as well as just normal growth and development. And Animal Parade is delicious. We have them in cherry, grape, orange, watermelon flavors, and they are loved by the pickiest of eaters. And with Animal Parade, these are going to be vegan, gluten-free, yeast-free, and free from synthetic colors and flavors. But people might not know that Animal Parade was the first whole food multi-line on the market for kids. Before Animal Parade, kids were given synthetically made, isolated nutrients that were filled with artificial colors and flavors. Well, we expanded on our idea of whole food nutrition from Source of Life, and we created the highest quality, best tasting kids options available, and along with it, the entire kids vitamin category as we know it. Or people know herbal actives, extracts of the world's most therapeutic herbs, standardized to contain their active compounds, with more than 30 of the most proven herbs based on the active amount set by the German Commission e-monographs. Herbal actives being non-GMO, it's tested for herbicides and pesticides at the parts per billion range, with extended release options for superior absorption and delivering serving per serving reliability. But people might not know that Herbal Actives was the first herbal line to provide these standardized herbs. Before Herbal Actives, companies were just drying out and grinding up herbs with little to no regard to whether they contain the active compounds. NaturesPlus once again raised the standard of the industry, and Herbal Actives still stands above the rest with our high potency strengths, our strict quality standards, and our serving per serving reliability. Or people know T-Mail. This is another Vitae Award winner for us this year. T-Mail is a safe and extremely effective way to support testosterone levels without drugs or steroids. It's a precision engineered testosterone support that doesn't raise blood pressure, does not damage the liver, or does not contain synthetic hormones. T-Mail contains fenugreek extract, standardized to help support healthy free testosterone levels. And T-Mail contains a really unique proprietary blend of grape and apple polyphenols that target the free radicals attacking testosterone production. It's in a base of ginseng, rhodiola, and other powerful hormone-supporting botanicals. It helps promote strength, endurance, stamina, vitality. But people might not know that the idea behind T-Mail will change the industry again. It's the idea that if you want to get the most effective results possible, you must address the free radicals in these systems that are tearing them down, and you have to supply the nutrients to help build them back up. You can put as many vitamins, minerals, and micronutrients as you want in your body, but if your cells aren't properly utilizing them, you're never going to get the effect you're seeking. So with T-Mail, we address the free radical at the core of destroying our testosterone, and we also include the nutrients to support building those levels back up. It's an idea that we extended to our structure function line, age loss, and it's one that nobody has caught up to yet. But like all these other innovations from NaturesPlus, it's a practice that we will see common in formulas in the future. I mean, that's what we want. We're here to raise the standard in the hope that other companies will catch up and people can just get better results overall. And there are so many other great products. Hemoplex with over 25 years of result. Hemoplex is easily absorbed, it's a gentle iron with all the cofactors needed to help support healthy red blood cells. Or GI Natural, promoting total digestive wellness by supplying nutrients for every part of the digestive system and with clinically backed probiotics for targeted health. Or Calmasure, 100% daily value of active magnesium citrate. It's one of the most bioavailable and soluble forms around. Or NaturesPlus collagen peptides, fully hydrolyzed, supplying all 6 main collagen types with added digesting enzymes for optimal utilization. Or our new NaturesPlus gummies, providing high-level nutrition with a side order of fun in the form of deliciously chewy flavors at a great price. Or Fur Baby, human-grade nutrients for dogs, formulated for all sizes and approved by the National Animal Supplement Council. And we have so many more unique products with amazing history. But instead of only talking about products from NaturesPlus, I want to talk about who NaturesPlus is, what we have done, and what we continue to do, and why we should be the go-to brand. So NaturesPlus was founded on the belief that as long as people have their health, they have the ability to fulfill their dreams. So our mission is to provide the highest quality, most nutritionally therapeutic supplements available so that people can be healthy and truly happy. This was the vision of Gerald Kessler, founder of NaturesPlus, and this has been the mission of NaturesPlus for 50 years and counting. Kessler used to say that we all need to find something that we truly love to do. Only then can we unlock our inner passion and fulfill our life, but also help others fulfill theirs. But he knew that you had to have your health in order to do this. So Kessler's passion was to harness the wisdom of Mother Nature in order to enhance the health and well-being of others so that they could find what truly made them happy. And he knew that this happiness would spread and become an unstoppable force. So Kessler developed these beliefs at an early age. He was born during the Great Depression, and Kessler's tough upbringing taught him many invaluable life lessons and instilled in him a will to help others. With times being so tough, he had to go live in an orphanage for several years because his mom just couldn't afford to take care of him. And it was there that he started to develop these foundational beliefs. Kessler was a tall kid, and he started to have health issues from malnourishment. He just wasn't getting enough nutrition from the rationed meals he was receiving. And then a nun at the orphanage started to give him extra portions and sneak him extra snacks, and his health came back. And that feeling of going from no energy to full of energy was ingrained into his mind at this young age. And this was the moment that he realized that as long as he had his health, he could do anything. And he promised to help others stay healthy so that they could do all the things that they wanted to do. And that became his passion in life, and it never faded. He worked his way up from shoveling coal and running paper routes to ultimately going to college on a basketball scholarship and coming one step closer to his mission. And at the time, Kessler saw that the best way that he could help people stay healthy was this newly emerging field of pharmaceuticals. And this was at its beginning when our modern pharmaceutical industry was still taking compounds from nature and developing medicines from them. But after several years, he became disheartened. He saw how they began to start isolating compounds and taking the wisdom of nature out of it. And he saw how this started causing all sorts of side effects. They also weren't addressing the basic nutritional deficiencies that were at the core of a lot of the problems. So he saw that the drugs being developed were largely masking the issues, and he believed that maintaining health through proper nutrition, aided by vitamins and other supplements, should be the first priority. So Kessler left. He didn't care about the stable, highly profitable career. He started this journey to help people, and nothing was going to make him abandon that. He left and he started NaturesPlus with a mission to provide people with the best, most effective, naturally therapeutic supplements available so that they could be healthy and find their true happiness. And everything was going as planned. And then something happened in the 90s that threatened Kessler's mission and the existence of supplements everywhere. I'm sure many of you have heard of DSHEA, the Dietary Supplements Health and Education Act. This is just a federal legislation which defines and regulates supplements, but I don't think many know how DSHEA came about or how Mr. Kessler and NaturesPlus are at the heart of this legislative victory. I mean, it's an important story. So in the early 90s, the FDA started to consider banning the over-the-counter sale of supplements. So if you wanted to get some vitamin D or magnesium, you'd have to get a prescription from your doctor, and then you'd have to go buy it from a pharmacy. There'd be no more health food stores. And while many ignored this possibility, Kessler saw it for the threat that it was, and he knew it had to be stopped. So he convinced the leaders of other major companies and heads of trade organizations to meet at his ranch in California. And here Kessler laid out the danger, and he outlined the way that they could fight back. And by the end of the meeting, they had all pledged money to support Kessler's plan. So they started an organization. It was called the Nutritional Health Alliance with Kessler at the lead. He even appointed another president to lead NaturesPlus so that he could dedicate all of his time and energy into saving the industry and his dream. So the Nutritional Health Alliance, under the direction of Kessler, launched a grassroots campaign to pressure politicians to protect people's access to supplements. They asked health food stores to join in on the campaign and then provided all the signage, literature, petitions. They made sure people knew who their local representatives were and how to contact them. They even had blackout days where all the stores around the country would put black sheets over their shelves and not allow anyone to buy supplements that day, just to show them how it would soon be if Congress didn't work to protect people's access to supplements. So the NHA also led a national media campaign. They purchased commercials warning people of what the FDA had planned. And after years of organizing and constantly getting the word out, Kessler started what soon became the largest grassroots movement in American history, and it turned the tide. The campaign worked. DSHEA was passed in 1994, and people's access to supplements was protected. DSHEA created a new category for supplements so that they weren't classified as drugs and they could still be sold without a prescription. It also set guidelines for claims that could be made on supplements, and it set basic standards on how supplements were to be made. And it saved the supplements industry. So without Kessler's foresight and mobilization, we would be living in an entirely different world. Kessler returned to NaturesPlus, and he continued to improve and expand on the strict quality control measures at NaturesPlus, even though the basic standards for supplement production set under DSHEA was below what NaturesPlus already had in place. And this is because Kessler instilled two foundational principles into NaturesPlus when it comes to making supplements. One was that you must build strict quality control into every stage. If you want to provide products that not only work, but consistently work, this is the only way to do it. He used to say that the most expensive product is the one that doesn't work. So again, quality control is one of these foundational principles. The other is that you can't take nature out of the equation. Kessler believed that Mother Nature has a wisdom greater than any human could possibly achieve. So he believed that you should harness that power. You shouldn't try to replace it. And again, this was something that was reinforced during his time in the pharmaceutical industry. And that's why NaturesPlus only uses ingredients derived from nature that are processed using methods so that the natural forms of those nutrients are preserved. So these 2 points, commitment to being natural and commitment to quality, are easily seen when it comes to our approach with GMOs. So first off, we have always stood against GMO ingredients. In fact, NaturesPlus is the company that started the entire non-GMO movement. And it all began with spiritine. Spiritine has been a best-selling meal replacement for decades. And because of its success, we became the largest purchaser of plant protein in the country. I mean, we literally buying it by the trainload. Well, in the early 90s, the country's largest vegetable protein supplier said that in the coming years, they'd no longer be able to guarantee the absence of GMOs. And this was at a time when few people were even aware of genetically modified crops or that they would be infiltrating the natural market. And Mr. Kessler immediately said no. He insisted on the plants that people have been consuming for thousands of years, not these new ones. And they said that it couldn't be done. Someone would have to commit millions of dollars nearly 2 years in advance to the production of non-GMO crops. The fields would have to be far away from GMO fields and would have to lie fallow for 2 growing seasons. Seeds would have to be analyzed, audited, and approved before planting. New methods of segregated harvesting, transportation, storage, processing, and final shipping would all need to be created and be fully traceable and independently audited to ensure non-GMO status at every stage. And they said that it would be impossible. All this would have to be done, and there wasn't a viable market. This was the same barrier for all major crops being overrun by GMOs. So corn, sweet potatoes, cotton, and others. Well, if there was one thing that Mr. Kessler wouldn't stand for, it was hearing that something wasn't possible. So he invested the millions and millions of dollars needed. He helped develop the systems. And in 1997, the first commercial scale non-GMO crop was sold. NaturesPlus and Kessler proved them wrong and did the impossible. It was a huge success, and the demand for non-GMO protein was overwhelming. So that barrier got torn down and the entire movement was born. Other crops soon followed and they began ensuring non-GMO versions. So we don't just say that we are committed to being natural. We have proven it every day. And Our commitment to quality can be seen with our stringent non-GMO standards. NaturesPlus leads the industry by using two methods to ensure true non-GMO status. One is auditing the paper trail, and the other is DNA testing of GMO-prone material. Both of these steps are necessary due to the complexity of ensuring true non-GMO status. So the audit of the paperwork ensures that no GMOs were involved from seed to finished product. And this is important because it is possible to remove all traces of GMOs in certain products like oils or isolated vitamins. And since some countries allow these GMO-derived ingredients to carry the non-GMO logo, you have to audit every stage. But analytical testing is just as vital. So we use DNA tests on GMO-prone materials to ensure that no cross-contamination has occurred. So wind can blow GMO pollen many miles and infiltrate crops. So even though the audit shows non-GMO seed was planted, it can't see that it's been overrun by GMOs from another farm. So the PCR DNA testing that we utilize can detect if there has been any cross-contamination. So this dual verification combines to form the most valid and trustworthy way to ensure no GMOs. I mean, these are just some of the rigorous standards that Kessler built into the core of NaturesPlus. Let's just look at a few more. NaturesPlus organic products are also dual verified. The US has good standards for certifying organic products, but it does have some holes. Same goes for European standards. So by adhering to both, NaturesPlus organic products are in a league of their own. NaturesPlus is also one of the few companies with dual GMP certification. GMP are just good manufacturing practices that set guidelines for how supplements are to be made. Well, we meet both NSF and NPA standards in all of our facilities. NSF is the international standard. NPA is the trade association standard for the industry. So again, by meeting both standards, NaturesPlus stands above the others. And NaturesPlus goes steps beyond what is required by also being an FDA registered facility. This just shows our dedication to providing safe, effective therapeutic products. And to even further exceed our devotion to the highest standards, NaturesPlus is registered with the New York State Board of Pharmacy. This means that our testing, production, and precision is at such a high caliber that we are recognized by the New York State Board of Pharmacies. This is one of the most prestigious and respected boards of pharmacy in the world. So all the verifications and extra steps are proof that NaturesPlus goes steps beyond what is required to make the highest quality, most nutritionally therapeutic products possible. And by meeting the highest standards in the world, NaturesPlus is able to be registered in several countries, and we meet a combination of US, European, and Canadian manufacturing practices. All of these countries have good standards, and by meeting them all, NaturesPlus, again, is just in a class of its own. That's how we're sold in over 120 countries across the globe, helping people everywhere be healthy and find what they truly love to do. So to get a better idea of the quality control NaturesPlus has in place, let's take a quick look at the process of making a NaturesPlus product. So once we have our formula in mind, we are ready to source the raw material. And NaturesPlus only partners with reputable suppliers that adhere to our strict standards and provide full traceability from start to finish. So now that we have our raw material secured, we are ready to go to NaturesPlus. And NaturesPlus products are proudly made in the US in our state-of-the-art facilities in New York. And this might come as a surprise to some, but we are one of the few companies left that are still making our products. We're not a marketing company that outsources production to the lowest bidder. So the raw material has arrived, and the first place it goes is to our specialized receiving area. Here it is sequestered so it can be evaluated and assayed by our experts. And this is critical because even though we're getting them from trusted suppliers, we want to check and we want to make sure that there hasn't been any degradation or contamination. And we want to double check to make sure that everything meets our standards. Not all crops are grown under the same conditions. Sometimes there's not enough light or water or the right nutrients, so they might not contain the activity or potency that is needed to be effective. It can still be sold as that. It just might not do anything. So this is a really important step that isn't required by law, but it's what we do to make sure that we're making products that work. So let's go in and look at some of the tests that we do. So here we are in our specialized receiving area. So this area is completely sealed off from the rest of the facility to ensure no cross-contamination in case the raw material doesn't check out. And if we reject it, we immediately send it back. And what often happens is someone who doesn't check or who doesn't care will end up buying it. So the first test that we do before we even let the material into the facility is done with our portable infrared spectrometer. So this serves as the first line of defense. It gives us an instantaneous analysis of every ingredient received. This can check for pesticides and herbicides at the parts per billion range. USDA organic standards test at the parts per million range, so 1,000 times more stringent. Once approved, it's quarantined, and then we'll do additional tests like gas chromatography. This identifies and measures the heat-stable nutrients, so fatty acids, amino acids, certain vitamins like A and E. And then we'll also use high-performance liquid chromatography. This identifies and measures complex or delicate nutrients, so flavonoids, anthocyanins, vitamin C, and B vitamins. So these first two tests are going to combine to show us most of what we're looking for. But then we use an ultraviolet visible spectrometer. This identifies vitamins, minerals, and other nutrient compounds. And this is basically used to corroborate or refute what that gas or liquid chromatography said. So basically just double checking what those last two tests said. And then we also use enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay equipment, or ELISA. And this is really important because it detects the presence or absence of allergens and gluten. Another critical test is done with an inductively coupled plasma mass spectrometer. This analyzes minerals down to the parts per billion range. This not only includes minerals we want, but also ones we don't want, like lead or cadmium or other heavy metals. So stringent testing for potency and activity, herbicides and pesticides, GMOs, heavy metals, allergens, and contaminants is a critical step in order to make the highest quality, most nutritionally therapeutic products possible. So once the material meets our standards, it goes to storage. And first, we are going to separate the raw material. Any raw material containing gluten or any other allergen, that is stored in a locked off separate area to ensure no cross-contamination. This material, though, this is going to be gluten-free. So let's go into the storage and take a look at this step. Because proper storage is a crucial step, or the material could be contaminated or degrade. And to do it right, it can be as costly as the raw material itself. And this might be surprising, but this step isn't required by law either. So companies can skip this and make more money off their products at the expense of quality or effectiveness. So we have an advanced inventory purchasing system to ensure first in, first used, so that our products are always using the freshest raw materials. Now we are ready to make the product. After storage, the material goes to our state-of-the-art analytical laboratory to be checked again. NaturesPlus Laboratory consists of the most modern and sophisticated equipment available, which enables us to perform the advanced test for quality assurance of every ingredient in every NaturesPlus product. Once approved for processing, it is moved to environmentally controlled rooms to prevent the ingredients from being damaged. Here, the material is prepared for tableting, encapsulating, or for powders or liquids. We will do things like granulate the raw material to ensure uniform mixture, or do extractions for liquids in which we never use hexane or toxic solvents. We only use safe, non-toxic methods that are going to keep the compounds intact. And once the material is prepared, it is ready to be filled into containers, tableted or put into capsules. Any tablets are made using direct compression, which avoids the use of damaging light or excessive heat. And this means that the material is just simply pressed together. And we use a soft compression, which is a little slower process, but it also guarantees that that tablet is going to break down in the body. Tablets will lastly be coated to further protect it from oxygen and moisture. And then all the finished products are immediately bottled away from damaging moisture, light, and heat. And the packaging we use is selected to further protect the product from these elements. So once the product is finished, we take it back to the lab and do one more round of testing to make sure the final product is ready to be sold. Part of this includes disintegration tests to make sure that it'll be broken down in the body. We also do things like stress tests to ensure its stability. And processes like these are how we provide a finished product that meets 100% of its potency throughout its shelf life. American standards say that for some products, you only have to put in 90% of what you claim, plus or minus 10%, which means companies can put as little as 80% of what they claim, and that's just at the time of manufacture. It can degrade even more on the shelf and still be legal to sell. As it sits there, it can lose more than half of its potency just under normal conditions. So again, NaturesPlus takes all these extra steps to guarantee 100% of what's on the label is in the product until that expiration date. And this is huge. Once the product is made, the last thing that we do is that we keep samples of every single batch and we will test it throughout its shelf life to make sure that it keeps its potency and that it keeps its activity. So that's just a quick look at how we do things and some of the steps that we take, again, to make sure that we are providing the highest quality, the most nutritionally therapeutic products possible so that people can be healthy and they can do all the things that they want to do. That was the mission of Kessler, and it remains the mission of NaturesPlus today under the leadership of the one person he knew he could trust it with, the love of his life, Meadow Williams. Meadow was right there with Kessler during many of the most crucial times, and she's a major reason NaturesPlus is who we are. Her passion is unmatched, and under her leadership, NaturesPlus continues to raise the bar. Meadow and the rest of the NaturesPlus family carry on the torch. So when we say our products are made with love, we really do mean it. And this is more important than ever, with all the acquisitions and sellouts that happen every year. I mean, it's gotten so bad now that there are 14 mega corporations that control most of the supplements on the market. Corporations like Procter & Gamble, Clorox, Nestle, Unilever, Pfizer, Schwab. So it's just good to know that there are still companies out there that are independently owned and operated and that are dedicated to the highest standards, not the highest profits. So while we see a single NaturesPlus product sitting on the retail shelf or in a vitamin pantry, it is much more than that single bottle. Uniquely behind every single bottle produced, there are almost 400 dedicated employees who work together in harmonious unison to bring that product to life and to market. 400 employees dedicated to creating the highest quality, most nutritionally therapeutic products possible so that we can all be healthy and live our best life. And that's who we are, that's what we do, and that's why we hope all of you are proud to make NaturesPlus your go-to brand. We are out there protecting the industry, we are making products that work for people, and we are also making sure that you aren't being undercut so that people keep coming back to your store, because we can't do this without you. This is something that we have always known, and this is something that is forgotten by the CEOs of many companies. You all are on the front lines directing people to what is going to work for them. You all are helping them filter out all of the well-marketed, cheaply made products so that they get the results that they're looking for. You're the ones taking that extra effort to educate yourselves so that you can help as many people as possible. And we just cannot thank you enough. So when we talk about the NaturesPlus family, you all are definitely part of that. So I just want to end by thanking you all for what you do every day.